I haven't saved at all, which is always very essential anytime you're working. And now that we're talking about saving, if you look among my panel, you'll recall that we only have one document open, and that is the index.html file. Anytime you see this tiny little asterisk, it's after the L, this indicates that changes have been made, but those changes have not been saved. That's a very important step moving forward that you should keep in mind. So let's go ahead and save here, File, Save, and I'm just going to simply save. There's no need to save as because this is the original index file that we downloaded and we do want to make changes to the index file. While we're here, let's look among the options. Okay, this is a very important step that we should notice. The file that's mentioned here indicates that it's finding these files of the index.html not on the desktop, not on the internet, not on the cloud, but it's finding it from my flash drive for this course entitled JRN4440. So here, where my JRN4440 is indicated, whatever you name your flash drive, whether it was your first name, last name, or both, or your external hard drive has a name, it will appear here, and it would normally be a / and indicate that the flash drive, the index is being found on that flash drive. Okay, moving forward, let's go ahead now, since we have saved, we're going to take a step here next in terms of putting it. We're going to put the index file to the internet. That means that we've already set it up, our Prism account. So now we're just going to put. Put means that you're publishing it to the internet. Now there are several ways of doing so. We're going to use a shortcut for what we're working on now. Among the panel, the files here, click on the up arrow. And it may take a moment. Dependent files will dismiss in a couple of seconds. Should dependent files be included in the transfer? Yes, absolutely. We'll give it just a moment. Those windows should pop up. If they don't, try it again. All right, great. And before we check the web, I'll take a look here. This item right here, you can hover over it, disconnect from remote server. Remote server, as in parentheses, is Prism. We don't want to disconnect, so as we see a little yellow check mark means that it is connected. This is a step here that's very important, just as I mentioned the little asterisk that indicates changes not being saved. You always want to ensure that this item is connected to the remote server. Very important. You can put all day, but if the server is not connected, then your changes will not publish to the web. In the next video, we're going to pull up the internet and type in our URL to make sure those changes are published to the internet.